Okay.
Chrstine Scott, President of Avalon Master Builder.
Chris Williams, General Manager with Avalon Master Builder.
Tara Davidson, Customer Experience Manager, Avalon Master Builder.
So how do you guys get into building these net zero homes?
I took over the company from my family probably 10, 12 years ago, and what we did at that point was we sat down and looked at our vision and mission of our company, and at that point nobody really knew what it was. It was one of those corporate long value customer service, this, that, the other thing, but it didn't mean a lot to our people. So we took everybody in for 2 days and did a brainstorming session about what was important to our people, and it came out that customer service and green building were the important things to our staff. From that point, we developed a vision of net zero homes by 2015 and a mission to take the stress out of buying a home. And so really that's how we've developed into starting green building, and from that we moved into Discovery Home 1, which was our first step into it, and now of course Discovery 5.
And Chris, you're going to be moving into this home with your wife.
That's correct.
Okay. And how do you think it's going to change the way you live on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I think one of the big things just for the individual living there is the healthy aspect of it. Just when you build a house that's airtight and well insulated, and you control what air is coming in and what's going out as far as ventilation, and you can control it, you can filter it. In this home we don't have any carpet, so it's all hard surfaces which are easier to keep clean. We've got a living wall inside, a big green plant wall that also is going to contribute to keeping that air clean. So I think that's the biggest impact, is just the healthy air. And then the feeling, of course, of what we're doing to make a difference as far as saving the environment through energy efficiency, and net zero being that this house will create as much energy as it uses. You kind of net out at a 0 point as far as just your carbon footprint and stuff like that. So I think it feels good in itself.
I think also just from hearing Chris talk about, he moved from an Avalon home in Mackenzie Town, where very much along the same lines, not quite to the net zero line, very energy efficient, very healthy house, to a rental home, a 1950s rental home in the area here.
1900s, actually.
1900s. And I know just from listening to him, I don't think health was probably the first thing that would have came to your mind a year ago, but after having lived in that home for 6 months, and hearing about, Jesus, I can't breathe in this house, I'm always plugged up, why is it so this, it's quite an interesting shift. And we've heard that from a number of our customers who've moved into the homes. Just the feeling of living in the home, how much better they feel, is huge.
And Tara, you deal with the customer side of things.
Absolutely.
So what are the major questions you get when people are interested in looking at some of the features of the home?
The health aspect does play. A lot more people are concerned about asthma and breathing than ever before, and it is at the forefront. Definitely utility costs come into play, but more than utility costs, I think that people are looking for a sound investment for durability, so something that they know is going to retain the resale value. So there's short-term gain for them for monthly savings, but long-term, as far as the house being more durable and more saleable too, is really important.
And how do you think, Ryan, how do you think people are going to use the features in the house? Do you think a lot of people will buy a full net zero home, or do you think people will use individual features in the home?
Really, what the net zero homes are for us, or the Discovery Home series is for us, is an R&D venue where we can try all sorts of neat things, neat technologies, neat wall systems, where we believe this would work really well for all of our standard homes, but we're not sure. We've never done it. So this allows us to try that out, and it allows us to find out how it works. We can go back to the customers living in them, find out what they're experiencing, and so it allows us to take our standard product and move it up that much higher, that much faster, because we're always trying the new technologies. We're always seeing what works. In a year, Chris will say, I like this about this house. Maybe I would have changed this. Great feedback. We can now go, when we're looking at our specification for our townhomes or any other single families we're building, that's where I see we're making great leaps and gains. Really asking ourselves, is good enough good enough? And we believe, no, good enough is not good enough. Code is not good enough. We need to be better than that. And so this helps us to get there. And also there's a market for people who are very interested in just the best green home they can get. And that's really what the net zero home is. So we've kind of got the two aspects of it where we're continuing to build the net zero homes, but not on a massive basis, and that's not really where we want to go. We want to use these homes to further the standard home, which really is a starter customer market for us. They're a townhome market, and we want our townhomes to be very durable, like Tara said, really long lasting, and really provide the value for our customers. And that's where we've partnered with homes, we've worked with LEED. We're trying to give that third party verification so you know what you bought or what we've sold you is what you bought, and you've got the best of all worlds.